friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today we're going to do a very highly requested video. I'm going to rank all of my products from Oden's Eye. I did a video like this back in December. I did it with my friend Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. It was her idea to do a video where we ranked everything from Kaleidos. Very fun video. Total credit to her for creating the idea and inspiring me to do it again. You guys really wanted to see me do this with more brands, specifically Oden's Eye. That was very highly requested, so figured I would do that here today. I'm going to do it very similar to how I did my Kaleidos one. I kind of had everything broken down into categories as far as like types of makeup, and then within each category I ranked individually, if that makes sense. So kind of ranking by category and then ranking within each category. So that was the easiest way for me to do it because it's too hard for me to like pit an eyeshadow palette and a lipstick together because they're two totally different things. I can't rank them. It's just not possible for me. I love Oden's Eye so much. I've been using their products for a long time. I've worked with them quite a few times. This video is not sponsored, but I have worked with them in the past just so you're aware. They're one of my favorite brands of all time and I'm so excited to finally be doing this video because I've had it on my list for quite a while now. I do also have an affiliate code with Oden's Eye, by the way, so if you feel like shopping on their site, you can use my code BEAUTBEAN for 10% off. It'll save you 10%. I do make a commission, just full disclosure. I appreciate it very, very much if you use my code, but don't feel pressured. Before we hop into the video itself, I did of course film this look. I film every look you see on camera. It should already be up on my IGTV by the time this video goes up. Just my details as well. These plugs are Love Kills Boutique. These earrings are Spooky Doodle Club on Etsy. This wig is from the brand Entranced Styles, and I'm not sure where this hat's from. It might be Target. I've had it a very long time. Anyways, let's just hop right in and rank all of the products I have from Oden's Eye. Okay, so I basically broke it down to 8 categories. So ranked number 8, I put this little dual-ended brush. I forgot I even had this, but I technically do own this brush from Oden's Eye. I've used it a couple times. It's not a bad brush, but it's not like that revolutionary of a brush, and it's definitely my least favorite product out of everything they've come out with. So ranked at the bottom of the list in category number 8, I put this little dual-ended brush. Ranked number 7, I decided to put my matte lip stains. I didn't put the cream and matte lip stains together because they are so wildly different as a formula. These do leave a matte finish and they're kind of sheer. They're not insanely opaque, so they're not like a matte liquid lipstick. They really are like a lip stain, like they just leave that tint behind. It's a wonderful formula. I don't dislike it by any means. It's only this far on the bottom of the list because I simply like all the other products better. I will be including swatches like I did with my Kaleidos video at the end of each segment, and I'll read them off again in order that I'm talking about them so you can see them in the order on my arm. There are 6 products in this category number 7. So ranked number 6, I put the shade Ripe Papaya. I only put this as number 6 because it's a little too orangey for my preference. I'm not opposed to an orangey lip, but it's just a little too orangey. It's just not my favorite. I like the other shades better. Ranked number 5 in category number 7, I put Perfect Plum. It's just kind of like a purpley color. It's not overly purple. I feel like purple's not a good word. It's almost like a plummy red. And I do like it. I don't dislike it. I just like the other shades more. You're gonna hear that a lot in this video. I really don't dislike anything from Oden's Eye. I don't have a problem with any of the formulas or any of the colors. I just had to honestly kind of base this on like, what do I use the most? What have I reached for the most? What am I more likely to reach for? Because I played with every single one of these products, but quite a few of them I've played with more than others. Ranked number 4 in category number 7, I put Red Apple simply because it's not as special as the 3 shades coming up. It's just a red. It's quite a lovely red. That's why I put it above the last 2 that I just talked about, but it's just not as much of a favorite as the next 3. Ranked number 3 is the shade Dry Dates. I really like this shade. It's just a really deep kind of brownie kind of color. It's really cool. It's not overly dark because again, they're not super opaque, but it is a really cool kind of brownish neutral lip tint. Ranked number 2 in category number 7, I put the shade Sweet Peach. Honestly, I don't know why I put this one so high. I think it's just because I've reached for this one more than some of the other shades. It's a really cute kind of pinky neutral. It's a little bit brighter, but not overly bright. It's cute. I like it. I've used it quite a bit, so that's why it made its way up so high. And ranked number 1 is Apricot Girl. I've played with this one so many times. It's kind of a warmer peachy neutral. It's very cute. I've worn this one quite a lot, especially in the spring and summer. I think it's adorable. So now as the swatches go up for you in the order from favorite to least favorite, we have Apricot Girl, Sweet Peach, Dry Dates, Red Apple, Perfect Plum, and Ripe Papaya. And again, I truly don't dislike any of these. I just kind of had to base it on what I've used the most. All right, in category number 6, I'm actually putting the cream and velvet lipsticks together because even though one formula has a little bit more of a creamy finish and the other one is more of like a velvet matte, they're not that different. They're very similar and I love them all, and I just decided to lump these together, especially because there are only 6 total. And I actually did divide it unintentionally, cream and then matte, so they do like still go in that separate order. And I also wanted to show all of these swatched out together. But yeah, in category number 6, I'm going to be ranking number 6 as Red Cherry. The only reason I put this as number 6 is because it's a bright red, and typically if I'm going to wear a bright red, it's going to be in liquid form, so I'm the least likely to reach for this shade out of the other 5, but I do still like it a lot. This is one of the velvet ones. The bottom 3 are all velvet ones. They have a little bit more of a matte finish, but it's a very comfortable matte. It is not drying in the slightest. Ranked number 5 is Fig Jam. This is a little bit more of like a plummy red. It's a bit more interesting in my opinion than just the true red. I really do like the shade. I've worn this quite a few times now and I think it's adorable. I love these lipstick formulas, which is why I put it above the matte lip stains that I talked about previously. I think these formulas are just beautiful. And ranked number 4 in category number 6, this is Light Peach. This is the last one out of the velvet line. This is just a neutral, kind of a peachy-ish neutral. It's very cute. I really like it. You're gonna see some similarities, like Apricot Girl and Light Peach are very similar in tone, and that's why they're like the top of the line for their specific formula. All right, ranked number 3 in category number 6. This is the shade Brown Rose. It's kind of a brownie toned red. I feel like you might be surprised that this one's above the other ones, and I almost put the Light Peach one that I just talked about before this one because I do like the color of that one a little bit more, but I just love the cream formula. It's so creamy. Again, it's not that different from the velvet one. They're all very comfortable, but something about this creamy finish with this color is beautiful. I feel like a lot of my ranking in this video might not make total sense because I truly love so many things. It was kind of how it was with Kaleidos. I really just had to go with my gut. Ranked number 2 in category number 6 is Tulip a Kiss. This is also like a very pretty brownie toned lipstick. It's so lovely. It's almost grungy, but I feel like I can make anything grungy, and this is just very cute. And finally, ranked number 1 in category number 6 is Love Jasmine. It is very similar to Little Jasmine, which is my favorite lip product from them ever. I haven't talked about it yet, but I'm wearing it right now. Very similar in color. I love this shade from them specifically. It's so good. And now for the swatches in order from favorite to least favorite, we have Love Jasmine, Tulip a Kiss, Brown Rose, Light Peach, Fig Jam, and Red Cherry. So yeah, hopefully that'll help you out if you needed to see them swatched out. All right, moving on to category number 5. I put this category as the cream lip stains. Again, I didn't want to make this the same category as the matte lip stains because I do like those lipstick formulas more than the matte lip stains, but these ones I like more than the regular lipstick, so that's why I have it separated. This formula is beautiful. It's kind of glossy, but it's not a gloss. It still has a little bit of thickness similar to like a lipstick, but it's so shiny. It's very pretty. It's very much like a liquid lipstick kind of gloss hybrid. I feel like cream lip stain is the best description for it because I don't have anything else similar to this in my collection. Ranked number 6 in category number 5 is the Miss Canna one. The only reason this one's in number 6 is because it is a very bright, almost deeper red, and it can be a little messy with this formula, so I'm just not super likely to reach for this one above the other shades in this like range, so that's why this one's number 6. It's a beautiful color, it's just not my first thing I'm gonna reach for. Ranked number 5 in category number 5, we have Poppy Girl. This one is a little bit more of like a plummy color. It's very cute, very almost fall-esque. I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like summer transitioning into fall. It's a very cute mauve-y, plummy color. It's really pretty. It's just, again, it's a little bit darker, so it can be kind of messy, so I'm not as likely to reach for it, but it is beautiful. Ranked number 4 in category number 5, we have Sweet Tulip. This one is just a little too orangey. It's definitely still kind of like a peachy, pinky neutral, but it has a little bit of an orangey undertone, which isn't my total favorite, but it is still really cute. I just like the other 3 more coming up. Next up, ranked number 3 in category number 5. I'm losing my place already. This is the shade Water Lily. This one is a really pretty kind of mauve-y, rosy neutral. It's super, super cute. I've worn this one quite a few times. This one actually almost made it to number 2 in this slot, but I gave this next one to number 2 instead because I do like it just a little bit more. In that slot, ranked number 2 is Lady Camellias. Something about this shade is just beautiful. It's not necessarily something I wear too often, but something about this color with this formula makes me so happy. It's a really pretty kind of plummy, mauvey, rosy color. It's really cute. It adds a nice little colorful pop without it being too bright. It is stunning, and I don't have a color quite like this in my collection. And finally, ranked number 1 in category number 5 is Little Jasmine. It's the one I'm wearing right now. Such a beautiful neutral. It's so cute. I've worn this one countless times. It goes with almost every look you could possibly do. Love this color, and especially with this formula, it is flawless. One of my favorite lip products in my whole collection. And again, swatched out in order from favorite to least favorite, we have Little Jasmine, Lady Camellias, Water Lily, Sweet Tulip, Poppy Girl, and Miss Canna. So yeah, that was category number 5, my cream lip stains. Let's move on. All right, category number 4, I'm giving it to my new Mesmerizer highlights. This is part of the new Norns collection, and I love these. I think they are so cute. The only reason these aren't paired higher is just because I do love the other categories coming up just a bit more, but these are stunning highlights. They are so pretty. Ranked number 3 in category number 4 is the Veil of Future one. This one is kind of like a golden, pinky, champagne-y kind of color. It is the more subtle one out of the 3 in my opinion, but it's still very bright, very ethereal, very pretty. Ranked number 2 is going to be the Web of Destiny. It's a really pretty kind of icy pink, and these highlights are so cool because they are like handmade and poured into this beautiful, intricate pattern. It's so cute because it's not just an overspray. But yeah, I love this one. I love the pinky hue. And ranked number 1 is the Spring of Life one. It is so pretty. It's a very icy blue. It could be built up to be very vibrant blue, or it can be just played a little more low-key as like an icier kind of pop of blue. Very fun, very cute. I love this one. The Web of Destiny, the icy pink one, is kind of tied for first place, but I do like the blue one just a little bit more because it's so fun and unique. And again, just for the swatch purposes, in order from favorite to least favorite, we have Spring of Life, Web of Destiny, and Veil of Future. Moving on to category number 3. These next 3 categories I love with my whole heart. I cannot get enough, and I'm so excited. Category number 3 is going to go to my blushes. There are 2 different formulas here. I almost broke them up with the fruit blushers versus the flower blushers. The flowers have a little bit more of like a sheen to them, a little bit of shimmer, whereas the fruit ones are matte. But I honestly like go back and forth between these all the time. I don't prefer one formula over the other. I mean, I might prefer the shimmery one just a tiny bit more, but I have like some of the matte ones that are so good. Like my second favorite one is a matte one. So I just decided to bundle all 6 together and just talk about them in an order because I've reached for all of these countless times. I know you guys have seen me play with these 1,000 times. Ranked number 6 in category number 3 is the shade Sweet Peach. This is one of the fruit ones, so it has a little bit more of that matte finish. This one's a little bit more of a cool toned rosy pink, and while I do like it, it is my least favorite shade to play with on myself versus the other 5, but this one is still beautiful. I really do enjoy it. Ranked number 5 in category number 3 is the shade Sweet Tulip. This is one of the flower blushers that has a little bit more of that sheen. It's so pretty. Again, this one's just a little bit more on the rosier side, which isn't my personal favorite for blush. I do like things that are a little more peachy or pinky, or just straight up neutral. But again, I still think this is beautiful. I have no problems with it. I've reached for it quite a few times. Ranked number 4 in category number 3, we have the shade Ripe Papaya. This is another fruit one. It is a bright corally pink. It is so fun. It's so cute. I actually thought for a second this was gonna be ranked a little bit higher, but I do like the next 3 just a little bit more. This one is just so stinking cute though. Ranked number 3 in category number 3, we have the shade Water Lily. This is another flower one. So I really did go like fruit flower, fruit flower. I didn't mean to do that on purpose, but clearly I like them pretty equally as far as formula goes. But Water Lily is a really pretty kind of more warm pink. It's very pretty, very summery. It's so beautiful. I love it so much, especially paired with a lot of bronzer. It's so cute. Ranked number 2 is Apricot Girl. I love this one and the next one so much. This one is pretty much tied with first place, but I do like first place just a little bit more. Apricot Girl is one of the fruit ones. It's just kind of like more of a neutrally pink. It's not as bright. I feel like I can wear this with a lot of things. It's so much fun. It's so cute. I love it on my skin tone. And finally, the best of the best in this category, ranked number 1 in category number 3 is Little Jasmine. I love this one. I'm wearing it as my blush today. It's so pretty. I just love this kind of warmer neutral pink. It's so cute. I love the flower formula and just it all combines so well. Clearly, I love the jasmine things from Oden's Eye. It's just such a good color. It's so pretty. I love this blush so much. I've worn this more times than I can count. And again, in order from favorite to least favorite for the swatches, we have Little Jasmine, Apricot Girl, Water Lily, Ripe Papaya, Sweet Tulip, and Sweet Peach. I love the blushes so much. I really want Oden's Eye to come out with more blushes because they do such a beautiful job with their formulas. Ranked number 2. Oh my gosh, we're getting close to the end and I love these so much. Ranked number 2, I decided to give it to my highlight palettes. I decided not to combine this with the individual highlights because the formula is different in these. These ones have like multiple formulas in them, and there's multiple colors, and I feel like I just couldn't compare the palettes with the individuals. So palettes are ranked number 2. I love the highlight palettes. I thought for a second these might honestly be ranked as my number 1 slot because I love them so much. And honestly, like, it's really hard to pick a favorite between these two. You guys have asked me countless times which palette is my favorite out of the highlight palettes from them, and it's so hard to pick. I did rank them, but they're pretty much tied. But just for the sake of ranking them, in number 2, I did put the Soul Moon one. I love it with my whole heart. I've used it so many times. It's so pretty. I cannot get enough. We have the really pretty pinky one. This is a really cool kind of golden blue. This is a really cool ethereal iridescent kind of glowy blue. This is more of a neutral champagne. They're all so pretty. I love how all the formulas look. They all work on my pale skin, but they also could, I feel like, work on deeper skin as well and look really pretty. Just some of the darker ones just kind of blend into my skin, but they still look really glowy and cute. And ranked number 1 in category number 2 is my Alva 2 highlight palette. I love this. Again, it was really hard for me to rank them. They're pretty much tied, but I do think I like this one just a smidgen more because of one specific shade. I love this kind of peachy shade. It's so pretty and glowy. This is a really ethereal, more purpley kind of glow. This blue is outstanding, and it is slightly different than the blue single we talked about. This one does have a little bit more of like sparkle in it. It's not as much of just like a sheen of blue. It's hard to explain, but they are different. But Salamander, it's the highlight I'm wearing on my face. It is so wet and sparkly. There are so many different shades of sparkle in it. It is beautiful. It is both smooth and glittery. It's to die for. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. For the swatches, you're going to see them like all laid out, all 8 of them. It goes the Alva 2 and then the Soul Moon. So the first 4 are the Alva 2 and the second 4 are from the Soul Moon palette, just so you can see them all laid out. Love these palettes so much. Can't do any wrong in my opinion. And finally, ranked number 1, I had to put all of the eyeshadow palettes because their eyeshadow formula is so good. Their color stories are so cool and unique. The artwork is outstanding. I love their palettes. I've played with all of these palettes multiple times, whether it be on YouTube and Instagram. I've played with all of these a ton. So if you want to see inspiration, just type BEAUTBEAN and name of palette. I'm sure things will pop up. And again, I really don't dislike any of these, even though some of these will be lower on the list. I don't dislike any of them. I love them all so much. A lot of these were really hard to rank, but I did do it. I'm excited to share them with you. Ranked number 11 in the first category, we have the Freya palette. I really do like this one. Again, I like it a lot. Just compared to the other ones, this one is just a little more on the neutral side. It does have those pops of pink and red. It's so pretty. The formula is very blendable and easy to work with, but I feel like especially with their newer palettes, they've just stepped their game up even more. Their shimmers are even more beautiful. The mattes blend even better. So this palette is not bad by any means, but seeing how much they've grown and seeing their newer palettes, this one did make it to the bottom, but I still do enjoy it. Ranked number 10, I put the Verdandi palette, which I'm actually wearing right now. Again, I totally love it. I love it a lot. I just put it this low because orange eyeshadows aren't my favorite to play with. I don't dislike them, but they are my least favorite out of the other colors, and compared to all the other color stories, I did have to knock this one down. I did think this one was gonna get bumped up a teeny bit because I love the shimmers in this split pan. I think they're beautiful, like so glittery and reflective. I love them, but this one did end up making it to number 10, but I do quite enjoy it. I also just love their mini palette format. It's so cute. Ranked number 9, I put the Mini Ocean palette. Again, I really do like this one. I like it a lot. I did think maybe the Verdandi would go above this one that I just talked about, but I am more likely to reach for this one because I love the blues in here. The split pan in here is also so beautiful. I love the purple and blue. So pretty. This is a really cute one, but I like all the other ones more. Ranked number 8, I put the new Schooled palette in here, and I was actually kind of surprised this one made it up as high as it did because it is all shimmers, and I do typically like mattes in my palette. Like, it's not even a question, but I love this little palette. I think it's so cute. It's so much fun. The shimmers are unreal. They are so beautiful. Again, if you want to see any of these palettes in action, go check out my channel, go search for videos. I didn't include swatches of these palettes just because I only included swatches of the other things to compare them to each other. There was no way I could swatch compare all of the shades from all of the palettes on my arm. So if you need to see them in action, go check it out. There honestly aren't very many like similarities between the palettes. They're all very unique and very exciting in their own way. Ranked number 7, I put the original Alva palette. It's a very cute palette. It's not my perfect color story because I don't go for like neutrally mauve tones very often anymore, but this used to be right up my alley. The shimmers in here are super pretty. We have really cool duochromes, really pretty glittery shades, but no pressed glitters in this one. It's all very cute. I really enjoy this yellow, especially paired with like the mauve colors. It's a really cool pop of color and color contrast. It's super fun. Rank number 6, I put the mini Sky palette. This one is so cute and dreamy. I love it. We have really cool like pinky brownie tones. We have pops of purple. This golden color is really fun. The split pan in here is so ethereal. It's a very playful palette if I had to put a good word to this one. It's like romantic and playful. Ooh, we're on the top 5 now. Ranked number 5 is my Sol Monde palette. This is the first palette I ever tried from them. It made me fall in love with them. I still think this palette is a lot of fun. I love the mustard yellow. I love this lilac. The shimmers in here are beautiful, especially these 2 duochrome shades. I have a lot of fun with this palette. It's so cute. And this one just makes me feel so nostalgic because it's what made me fall in love with the brand. I love this palette. Ranked number 4, I put the Alva 2 palette. This one is so much fun. This was their first bright, colorful palette. Bam, pop, rainbow, excitement, pastels, almost neons. It's very fun. There are 2 pressed glitters in here, which is not my favorite thing. But aside from that, I do love all the colors in here. The shimmers are so rich. The mattes are so much fun and so poppy. I've had such a blast with this guy. And you guys know me. I love me some color. All right, so my top 3, my favorites of the favorites. Ranked number 3, I put the Mini Forest palette. I fell in love with this when the Alva 2 collection came out. It's just stunning. It reminds me so much of the Zelda games. I don't know why it does. It's just something about this color story. I love the pop of turquoise. This brown is actually really, really pretty. It's kind of like a teddy bear brown. I love all the shimmers in here. They're so glitzy and beautiful. This blue specifically is unreal. I love this little palette so much. And these next 2 I don't think are going to surprise anyone, but ranked number 2 is my Erd palette. I love this one. It is so good. I was this close to ranking this as number 1, but the next one just ended up beating it. The mattes are so pretty. I love that we have like the mint, the true like olive green. We have this really pretty kind of cocoa color. It's so cute. This green is so rich, very Slytherin vibes. I love the split pan in here so much. They do such a good job with their mini palettes. I can't stress it enough. I love this little olive palette with my whole heart. One of my favorite green-based palettes in my whole collection. I think I'm gonna do a video soon, by the way, talking about my favorite green makeup, so stay tuned for that with St. Patrick's Day coming up and all. And finally, ranked number 1, in category number 1, my favorite thing ever from Oden's Eye, this is the Norns palette. I love this palette. It's so beautiful. It's colorful but grungy. It has those jewel tones. The shimmers in here are magical. There's no pressed glitters in this palette. There are so many textures and formulas. It is stunning. I love how rich and deep the mattes are, and there are so many beautiful pops of color, so many really cool duochromes, especially like these ones on the bottom. This green is so fun. I love this palette so much. I feel like the possibilities are endless. It's so creativity inducing for me. I love this palette. So yeah, that about rounds it out for ranking all of my products from Oden's Eye. I really hope you liked this video. It was very highly requested. I'm not gonna do this for every brand because I honestly don't own every product from every brand, and I feel like it's more fun when I do own everything. I kind of want to do it with Mousse Beauty. I think that might be my next one if I do it again. So just let me know your thoughts. I'm just so excited about this brand, and it was fun to kind of rank these and chat about them with you, and I'd love to hear what you're thinking. If you've tried Oden's Eye before, I would love to know what your number 1 favorite product is from them, and even if you haven't tried them, what is the product that piques your interest? I can't wait to see what else they come out with. I just get so excited for their launches. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me an emoji relating to nature, and if you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram and follow me there. It's BEAUTBEAN. I post every single day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Please make sure you're staying informed with everything that's going on in the world. There will be links in my description box that will take you to information and resources and ways in which you can help. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.